Imagine spending $1 billion before your factory sells a single product. Sounds insane, right? But this is how modern manufacturing works. A giant factory isn't just a building filled with machines. It's a financial machine designed to turn capital into products, products into revenue, and revenue into profit. But here's the interesting part. Most people never see where the money actually goes. First, you need the land. Then comes construction, roads, warehouses, electricity, water systems, security, offices, and production floors can cost hundreds of millions. And that's before the first machine is installed. A modern factory can contain thousands of specialized machines. Some machines cost more than luxury houses. Others can cost millions of dollars by themselves. Why spend so much on machines? Because factories are built around scale. A machine that produces 1,000 components a day might look expensive. But if it operates for 10 years, that same machine can produce millions of components. Suddenly, the huge upfront cost starts to make sense. This is called capital expenditure, or CAPEX. The factory spends enormous amounts of money today to create production capacity for years. But machines aren't the biggest ongoing expense. A factory also needs electricity, raw materials, maintenance, software, transportation, insurance, and thousands of workers. Every hour the factory operates, money is being spent. And every hour the factory sits idle, the company can still be paying for the building, equipment, and employees. That's why factory utilization is so important. A factory running at 50% capacity can have completely different economics from one running at 90%. Here's where factory economics gets interesting. Many factory costs don't increase at the same speed as production. Imagine a factory spends $10 million maintaining its facility. Producing 10,000 products means that cost is $1,000 per product. But producing 1 million products spreads that same fixed cost across a much larger number of products. The cost per unit falls dramatically. This is called economies of scale. But factories don't operate alone. Behind every factory is an enormous supply chain. Raw materials arrive from suppliers. Components move between factories. Finished products move into warehouses. Then trucks, ships, trains, and airplanes move those products toward customers. One delayed supplier can stop an entire production line, and every minute of downtime can become extremely expensive. So where does the profit come from? It starts with the difference between revenue and total cost. If a factory produces a product for $80 and sells it for $100, the $20 difference isn't automatically profit. The company still has to pay for transportation, administration, financing, marketing, taxes, and other expenses. That's why high revenue doesn't always mean high profit. Every factory has a break-even point. Before reaching that point, the business can lose money. After reaching it, additional production can become much more profitable. That's why factories care so much about volume. The goal isn't simply to build products. The goal is to keep expensive production capacity working efficiently. And this explains why companies sometimes build factories in completely different countries. Labor costs matter, energy prices matter, taxes matter, transportation matters, government incentives can matter, and access to suppliers can matter even more. A factory location can change the economics of an entire product. So the next time you see a giant factory, don't just see a building. See billions of dollars of capital being converted into production capacity. See thousands of workers, machines, suppliers, trucks, warehouses, and financial decisions working together. That's the real economics of a factory. And the most surprising part is this: the factory doesn't make money simply because it produces something.